Good morning, afternoon, evening to from wherever you are listening. Welcome back to the Breakevens podcast. My name is Corey, and as always, with me is Jack.
Hello.
All right, so round three is over, Jack, and it was a very different round compared to the first two. We had a goal after the siren, which was nuts. As super coaches, we were challenged because all of our primo mids did not fire at all. Um, and we had the first price change. So we had some people go up that we knew were going to go up, and maybe some people who went down because they had a crappy game. And just like last week, the Eagles had 14 team changes.
And it didn't change the result.
Yeah, exactly. Um, as always, thank you for your ongoing support. Heaps of people reaching out on Twitter, and we're getting heaps of followers. And for those that follow, we follow straight back. So trying to make a nice big community at the moment. So you can find us on Twitter at Breakevens Pod and on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, The Breakevens. So in today's podcast, we're going to review last round's games, give you our hot and colds, and our first cash generation has happened. So those break evens are a lot more relevant now. So we'll go through them as well. And as always, we'll go through our personal teams and then the break evens side as well. Just before we get into it, Jack, as you know, I've been hit with the COVIDs, and I have a really blocked nose at the moment, and I sound like Squidward. So I apologise for people out there if I sound like Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants. All right, Jack.
Oh my god, you do.
Oh my god, I do. So Jack, how did you go this week, and what are you ranked?
So I went bloody shit. Um, I scored 2,112. I jumped back down to 44,495 on the season rank.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
that's stiff.
pretty
Yeah, go.
pretty much no one did well for me. I had 3 tons in the back line, and that was my highlight.
Jeez. Yeah.
I mean, I did have 3 tons in the forward line as well. But
yeah, I scored just over 100 more than you, but I moved up places, which was good. So trades for this week, are you looking at doing any?
so I've already done a trade. I've done just the one. Will Powell out. Started off well, first round turned up last 2 weeks. He scored a 60 and a 58. He's got the break even of 144, so he's going to be dropping a lot. I've brought in Sicily. I could have got a Jordan Dawson, but I wanted the extra cash in case for later rounds. So I've brought in Sicily for Cow. That's all I've done. That's all I will do this week. But there is a name that's on the block, and I brought him in.
Yes, and I know who that is, and I advise against trading him out since you just traded him in. So
I'm gonna back him in, but if he has another stinker, I've got to get rid of him.
all right, so me this week, I think for most people they scored less this round just because it seemed like one of those rounds. So I scored 2,263, and that means for the round I was ranked 5,500. And I've changed and gone up 8,577 ranks, and I'm currently ranked 6,039, which is great. the annoying thing is, Jack, is I've probably had my strongest start super coach in a long time. I'm averaging 2,309 in the first 3 rounds, and I'm ranked 6,000. Usually you'd think I'd be top 1,000 for that, definitely, but no, 6,000 at the moment. Just looking at my squad, so I ended up holding Lockie Woodfield, and he got 96 for me, which is an improvement. I'll take that. And did I do any trades? I don't think I did. I went McGovern to Nick Martin. I think that was my only trade last week. Just going through. Oh no, I went Berry to Cripps. That was my other trade. So at the moment, it's looking like I'm not going to trade this week. I'm pretty confident in my squad at the moment. The only thing that will change is if Bruce isn't playing for some unknown reason, he will go to the bench, English will go into the ruck, and then I'll have to rock, paper, scissors between Hayes, Rochelle, and Hugh Dixon on who plays on field. But yeah, no trades for me this week, which is good. We'll just quickly do the Breakevens squad now. So we had an absolute stinker, Jack. This team is a shambles. We brought in Aaron Hall. Who else did we bring in? Well, it's frozen on me. We got in Aaron Hall.
It was Brayshaw.
Brayshaw. Yep, we got Brayshaw for Sarong. And I don't remember who else we got, but I know we kept Mitch McGovern, and he was out. And we had already used our trades, and we didn't want to reverse our trades, so he was just on our bench. So Jack, we scored 2,087 this week, which means we're ranked 69,829 overall, which isn't good. A few trades possibly, so we're definitely getting rid of Mitch McGovern for Nick Martin, so that will give us 120 odd K there. Actually, no, it's about 150K there. And then we can either go Berry up to someone, or we can go Dylan Stevens possibly down to someone, and then Jared Berry up to a primo. So we're not sure about what we're going to do at the moment. Captains wise and VC wise, I don't know about you, Jack, but I'm eyeing off a late VC. So usually we try and do VCs either Thursday or Friday night, or maybe Saturday morning. I'm doing Saturday night. I'm going Josh Dunkley against the Tigers. And my captain at the moment is Jack Steele against Hawthorn, but I'm 50-50 on Took and Cripps because they're playing each other on the last game on the Sunday. Have you looked into your captains yet?
So I had a quick gander. At the moment, I've gone vice captain Lockie Neal.
Yep.
Geelong don't tag Salwood out.
Yeah, but they're bringing Mark O'Connor in, who is their tagger.
So he might tag, but
yeah,
they went away from it halfway through last year.
Yeah,
I
think they've rested Selwood on purpose to bring O'Connor in just to tag for this week. That's why I haven't gone Neil, or else I'd go Neil.
But I've got McRae captain.
Yeah.
Richmond's midfield's not going to stand up. I reckon McRae's going to have a big 170 plus.
Yeah, I thought about McRae as well. who had a lower score on the weekend, which I'll get to in a second. But I don't know. I was feeling Dunkley, and I'm not getting sucked into Tim
You're
English
allowed to
again.
feel whoever
So
you want. I
that's it.
can't tell you you're wrong or right. You beat me, so.
Twice.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Oh,
that's just what I've gone. I might change around, but
yeah.
McRae will be staying off of vice captain.
Yeah, I mean it's Wednesday night, so we have to wait for teams and stuff. All right, shall we get into these break evens?
Yes.
Yes, I had the first game, which was the Doggies versus Swans. Okay, so the Doggies won by 11 points. So the hot for the Dogs, my boy Timmy English, 152. Josh Dunkley, 129, Lockie Hunter, 113, Alex Keith, 109, The Bont, 108, your boy Trelaw, 104, and Vandermeer, 101. And for the Swans, the Seagull, Lloyd, 104, the Homeless Alpaca, Tom Hickey, 101, Buddy got 100, Tom McCartan got 98, which I thought was surprising, and the Lizard Blakey 96. As you move into the Colts, as I said before, Jack McRae scored 92. Now, to most people, are like 92. That's a decent score, but for someone who only went under 100 once or twice last year, he's gone under 100 pretty early. But that's because in the last quarter, Bevo put him on the wing, and he only touched the ball once. So that's worrying a little bit that Bevo just chucks him on the wing, and that could really hinder his score. And that's a reason why I've gone Dunkley as vice captain this week, just because I'm not sure about McRae's role and if he plays, full time inside or does he get pushed to that outside. So 92 for McRae, still a decent score, but a lot less than what we want from him. And for the Swans, I got Lukey Parker here, 76, Callum Mills, 70. I've got Ollie Florent here with 46. He's started the season strong with some 90 scores, and he's dropped to 46 for this one. And Dylan Stevens, who had a break even like nearly 40 last week and only scored 23. And he could be on the chopping block, which is very worrying. So those are the scores that will go into the break even. So for the Dogs, Ed Richards has a break even of 54. So you'd think he wouldn't differ too much. Tim English, 58. You definitely think, unless there's an injury early on, he's going to get that 58. He's going to keep making money. Baz Smith, 61 will go up. Trelaw, 73 will definitely go up. Libba, 106, probably stay around the same, maybe a bit less depending on his role. Josh Dunkley, 108, you'd think should go up a tiny bit. Bailey Dale, 127, you'd think will probably go down a tad. Caleb Daniel, 149, will definitely go down. The Bond, 155. Could the Bond get 155? I'd say yes, he probably could. Realistically, I don't think he will, so he'll go
Look at
down.
it playing.
Yeah, true. And McRae, 168. Jack's penciled him in for 170, so he might go up in cash just a little bit there, but I think he might go down.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, with Richmond, he could go as big as that.
And for the Swans, Paddy McCartan, negative 17 will definitely go up. Dylan Stevens has a break even of 2, should go up. By how much, who knows? Hopefully there's another big score in him. Lizard
$1.
Blakey, Lizard Blakey, 39. Errol Goulden, who's started off pretty consistent with 90s, as a break even of 63. Isaac Heaney, 67, should go up. Callum Mills, 129. You think might go down a tad, but if he fires early, could definitely score higher than that. Lloyd, 141, you probably say will go down, and Lukey Parker, 192, definitely will go down some cash. As we move on to you, Jack, you had Melbourne versus Essendon.
Yes, and Melbourne won by 29 points.
They did.
Starting off hot, I'm saying hot. Andy Brayshaw. Where the hell did that come from?
Angus.
What helmet was he wearing this week? 176. That is massive. I think that might be his highest score ever.
Jack, is that Hamish's other brother?
It is.
It is. Okay. Yep.
It is Hamish's brother. Clary scored 146. His best game of the year
so far.
Maxi Gawn 117. He finally got a ton.
Yeah, those who.
And then Stephen May on 114.
Yeah, so those who traded Gawn, I think most of them went down to Wits, so they lost a few points there. So never trade your primos. That's the rule, isn't it?
Yeah. And for Essendon, Ridley scored 115. He topped Jaden Short this week.
Yep.
And Dylan Shield got to 100.
Yeah, he's looking like a good mid pricer.
Holds for Melbourne, Lukey Jackson scored the max score 78.
Yep.
And Petrarca scored 98, which, like McRae, you think 98's a good score, but with how big Petrarca's been and what you'd expect from him, it is low.
Yep.
For Essendon, Sam Draper, 21. I've put him in because a lot of people have gone in for that middle price, Ruckman.
Yeah, that's very.
Heppel, 70.
Yep.
And Andy McGrath, 76. Going on the break-evens, you got Dylan Shield at 13. He's going to get that quite comfortably. Dyson Heppel, 142. So he's going down about 100K. Nick Martin, minus 124. I think that's a tough one to get, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, if he turns up, he's going up 100K.
Oh yeah. Jordan Ridley, 92. He could stay. He could go up a bit. He could go down.
Yeah.
That's a bit like with Ridley. Jai Caldwell, 14. Christian Petrarca, 140. He's another one. He could get that. He could go down.
Yeah.
Just depends on how he plays. Flurry, 126. I think he can get that.
Yep.
Bowie, minus 46. He's going to go up.
Yep.
A fair bit. Lukey Jackson, 35. So you'd expect him to make money.
Yep.
And Maxi Gawn, 160. He is dropping.
I mean, he could get that. He could get that.
He could. I'm not backing him in.
No, fair.
Watch him go and score 240 now. That is all I've got for Melbourne Essendon.
Awesome. So we'll go over to the derby. Adelaide versus Port Adelaide. Absolute thriller. Jordan Dawson with a little bit right to left, reverse tang, goal after the siren. It looked like an absolute shank, but it just came in late, Jack. So yeah, Crows won by 4 points because of the Dawson kick. So as we get into the hots, Elliot Himmelberg, someone I thought I'd never say in the hot category, scored 124. The game winner, Jordan Dawson, 123, and you'd think he got a fair bit for that goal after the siren. Rob, 122. Matty Crouch, 116. Ben Keys, 113. Schoenberg, 102. And Mitch Hinge, 91 for those that backed him in. Got a 91, which was very nice for on field. For Port, Trav Boak got his age again, 133. Ollie Wines, 118. Scotty Lycett, 112. And Todd Marshall, 104. In the Colds, we have Rochelle again with 36. As you call him, Jack, he is Jimmy Rowe 2.0.
He is.
A lot of people looking to trade
and we love him for it.
A lot of people looking to trade him out, but if we weren't from Jimmy Rowe last year, all it takes is one big score and his cash generation restarts. And cold for Port Adelaide, Zach Butters only scored 58, but that is because Sam Palpepper freight trained him with friendly fire, and he came out and said he felt like he could throw up. It was that big of a hit. But he continued on, mostly played that high half-forward role, so not ideal. Back him in again. And Sam Skinner, 48, got injured, but apparently he's all good to go. The only problem is he's not selected. So Sam Skinner is out, which means you don't have to get in this week. If there's an injury and he comes back in, we can get him because he hasn't gone up in price, and just easy cash generation there. So break evens for the Crows. I haven't even mentioned this guy, but Golland has a negative 48 break even. He's 123k forward, if I remember correctly. So it could be a good get, but he is a key forward, so his scores will go up and down, so watch out for that. Mitch Hinge, negative 37, which is perfect. Rochelle, 42. Again, hopefully we're looking for a big score. If he gets a big score, that will go down to around the 10 to 15 mark, maybe even less. So let's hope he gets that. Rob, 80, you'd think would go up. Ben Keys, 85, will definitely go up unless there's an injury. Matty Crouch, 89, and Jordan Dawson, 102. You'd think they both get those just by how much. As we move on to Port, as I said, Skinner, when he comes back, he has a break even of negative 20, so he'll definitely get that when he comes back in. Jackson Mead, negative 3, had a good score last week of 78. Lockie Jones, break even of 46, should get that. Boak, 79, that's his age. He should get that. Zach Butters, 81, you think he'd get that. Rosie, 91, depends on which kind of Rosie shows up. Dan Houston, 112, you think there's a chance he gets that. The last couple of weeks, I think he's been around that 80 to 90 mark, so we'll see what happens there. And Ollie Wines, 136, could definitely get that. If he does, it won't be much cash gen there. He might even go down a little bit. That's everything I've got there. So, Jack, we'll move on to GWS versus the Gold Coast Suns.
Yes, which GWS won by 26. Hots for GW, the whole team pretty much. Cog scored 149. Massive. Tom Green, 147.
Yeah.
This man has lived up and done more than what I expected from him, and I told you about during the preseason. He's been killing it.
Yeah.
Tim Taranto, 112. Braden Pruce, 109. That's a beautiful start for people who win him.
Prusy.
Jesse Hogan, 109. I don't know what it is with him, but he's been a very good scorer since he's moved to GWS.
Yeah, so it seems like every time he plays, he kicks goals. So I reckon if he plays every game, they'll probably win the premiership.
Yeah. Sam Taylor scored 102.
Yep.
And then hot for the Suns, Matty Rao 103, and that is all. Cold, Nick Hayes got injured. When I checked the injury report last night, it said TBC. So no real estimate on his return. Jelly 81 hurt me a lot. Took 76. First time he's ever been tagged and it worked.
He got tagged by like 4 blokes though.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game.
Yeah. Who was it? So they had the ball, and then on the other side was Lockie Ash, and they just followed him everywhere. So he couldn't get going just because there was 2 blokes there. They did a really good team effort to stop Took.
We got Willpower 58. Let's move on. Oh wait, no, Alex Davies 26. Oh shit!
And that's the man you traded in and you want to trade out.
Coming in with the Breakevens. Cumming has 77. He'll get that pretty comfortably. Jelly 139. I hope he gets it. It'd be fantastic score, but I can't see him. Whitfield 116. Again, can't see him scoring that high. He hasn't shown a lot this year. The 96 was a good score, but with Whitfield we want hundreds. That's why he wasn't in the hot.
Yep.
Cogs minus 48. Money. Especially if he has that score again. That's 100k.
Yep.
Taranto 115. I think he will be around that. Might go up a little bit, might go down a little bit. Tom Green 45.
Oh, he's got to smash
He's
that.
going up. He's going up. Alex Davies 44. I don't think he's gonna get it. I hope he does, but I don't think so. Witz 75 should easily get that. Matty Rao 63 should easily get that.
Yep.
And Took 173, so I can see him dropping.
Yeah. The annoying thing about Davies is even though Took wasn't getting the ball, Gold Coast stayed in the game. So you think if GWS was like blowing them out, you think Shuju would have put him in the middle, to get that experience, which would have helped you out a lot. But because they stayed those one to two goals at all times, he just wasn't given a chance and was put up forward. So that was unfortunate for you, I guess. But yeah, that's just hindsight. So was that it for that game?
You wouldn't have a problem with him. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so we'll go to the most frustrating game of the round: Collingwood versus Geelong. What? It was half time or at the start of the third quarter, Jack. I said to you I was buying grand final tickets. And by the start of the fourth quarter, I could see that those tickets I was purchasing was a mistake. Collingwood went to sleep in the last quarter and lost by 13 points, even though they were up by 5 or 6 goals going into the last quarter, which is annoying. So I don't really want to talk about it, so we'll go straight into the hot and cold. So hot for Collingwood is probably one of the best DPP players we will get in 2 more rounds. Well, after this next round, 2 more rounds. That's Pendles with 124, Jimmy Elliott 109, Taylor Adams 104, your boy Jack Goat Pinsky 104, and Nicholas Dacos 91, which is delicious. Playing more of a half forward role and then moving into the midfield. So there's a chance for him to kick goals, which he kicked one on the weekend. So that could actually help his scoring a bit more, getting on the scoreboard. For Geelong, Jeremy Cameron kicked like 19 goals in the last quarter, got 106. Tom Stewart 104, and Max Holmes 93. He's just been really consistent as a mid-price that no one's really looked at. Going to the Colts, Crispy 85. Not great, even with Maynard back in that side. It didn't seem to help him too much. Jordan De Goey 79, not great, and is suspended this week for a sling tackle, which is shit in my opinion. But hey, it's the rules.
It was the action, not the outcome, which is what's shit.
Yeah, they just make up the rules as they go. Like something like that doesn't get off, but Willie Rioli gets off, and he took off Matt Rail's head. Anyway, moving on. Your boy Jack Jeremy Howe only scored 74. That's more like it.
And he kicked the first goal of the game. I was up and about.
Ginnivan only scored 43. That's a lot less than what we've been seeing from him. And fuck Kane Corns. I don't know what it is, but he hates Ginnivan.
Did you see Ginnivan got choked by Joel Selwood off the ball?
Yeah. But
and that's okay, but a sling tackle isn't.
Yeah, it's all right. But yeah, fuck Ken Corns. For some reason, he hates this guy because he drops his shoulder for the high tackles. But Joel Selwood has made a whole
career of
made a whole career out of it. But because it's Joel Selwood, it's different. So yeah, fuck Ken Corns. I've said it 4 times. I'm going to say it again. Fuck Ken Corns. And Maynard scored 39, which is not good for his first outing. And for Geelong, Cam Guthrie only scored a 90. He is looking like a spud at the moment. For someone who was over 600k, he's getting those 90s, but it's not what we're looking for. It's the same as Chris. He's 570 odd k in defense. He's only given us 85s, and he had one score over 100 so far. We just expect more there. As we move to the break-evens, that boy Ginnivan, -15 will make money. Nick Dacos 4 will make more money. Hopefully he has a massive game, and then that'll go into the negatives, which will be lovely. Goat Pinsky 51, you'd think would go up. Pendle 69 will definitely go up. Jeremy Howe 76 should go up.
He'll go up.
If we're going off his form at the start of the season, but who knows? Jordan De Goey 103, as I said, suspended this week, so I probably should have put that in, but oh well. Jack Crisp 115, you'd probably say he doesn't get that, but we are playing West Coast, so he could get 215, who knows? Taylor Adams
go down the back.
Yeah, Taylor Adams 132. He is out due to health and safety protocols. I did see McRae came out and said we've only got 5 players left on the list that haven't had COVID, so that's a good thing. Just hopefully none of those players are players that we're looking for in our Supercoach side. And Maynard 167 will not get that in the next 3 games combined. As we move to the Cats, Sam DeConnie, -15. It's going to be a slow burn. Hopefully, he keeps, got 50 last week. Hopefully, we see a 60 or a 70 just to bump up that cash in just a little bit more. Tom Stewart, 130. Could get it, but probably say he'll go down this week. Cam Guthrie, 156, definitely going down. Mitch Duncan, 159, definitely going down. Dangerfield, 177. He's done it before, but I don't think he will this round. And Tommy Hawkins, 180. I don't know. Hawkins, if he kicks 10, could definitely get that, but I'd say it's a big no-no. So, Jack, we're over to you with Brisbane versus North Melbourne.
Yeah, it was a close game. Brisbane just won by 108. I think there was a stat that North Melbourne's AFL team and VFL team both lost by over 100 points this week.
Yeah.
Very competitive outing by both outfits.
The big question is, Jack, they're not actually sure which side showed up to play the Lions at the Gabba.
Getting into the hots, Jared Lyons, 135. That's big. He's had a slow start, I guess you can say, but people who went him and kept him would be very happy with that. Zach Bailey, again, 129. He's been up, down, and up. He's a roller coaster at the moment. A man that's surprising me, Lincoln McCarthy, 116. He's turned up again.
Yeah.
He looks like a very interesting option. Zorko and Lockie Neal both got 105. Hugh McCluggage got 103. Charlie Cameron and Danaher both got 102. Danaher again consistently turning up so far this season. And another one, Darcy Fort, tons up again.
Yep, I had Charlie Cameron on my bench in draft, which was an absolute killer.
And for North Melbourne, Simpkin and Young both scored 107.
Yep.
Colds, the Big O with 57, come up against the first-year ruckman pretty much and stunk it up, what we were worried about.
And he's
Daniel Rich
he's suspended and not playing this week.
Is he?
Yeah, the Big O is out, so it looks like Darcy Fort will be number one ruck this week.
Oh, well, I'm trading Darcy Fort in. Daniel Rich, another 80, but he got 81, but another 80 to his name. With North Melbourne, I had to put this in first because it's bloody hilarious. Bonner as the sub finished on -1.
Oh,
he come on,
territory.
He come in, didn't touch the ball, -1, gave away a free kick or something. See you later, mate. Luke McDonald, 27. He's someone who people have been talking about. He's been pretty good. It looks like he went from a big 100 score to just under to 27.
Yeah,
a bit scary.
A lot of people jumped on him over Rao because he had that role. But as you know, because you're looking at this game, the North Melbourne defenders scored very low this week.
Yeah. Jack Zeeble, 62. He's someone who's been inconsistent. He's had 1 ton. Other 2 scores have been average. Aaron Hall, 70. Did kick a goal, so without the goal, look, it's a very poor score, especially for Aaron Hall. And then Hugh Greenwood, 84. Still 84 more points than LDU, but...
Mate, the guy got concussed by Willie Rioli, who shouldn't have been fucking playing. He should have been suspended.
The hook's out.
if LDU plays, North Melbourne win by 100 points.
With the break-evens, Rayner 55. I didn't chuck him in the colds because I didn't want to waste any time on him. He's
Didn't want to waste oxygen.
yeah, nah. He's just not getting 55 now, is he?
Watch him turn up this week.
If he does, I will mention it at the start of the next podcast, and I will order a Cam Rayner Brisbane jersey.
Oh, Jesus.
Dan Rich, 122. I can't see him getting that. Zorko, 104. He was injured again, but again, the injury list didn't have his name on it from what I saw.
Yeah. So he's playing with an injury that can't get worse. So really,
yeah,
he's just playing out the game. So he with about 5 minutes to go, they told him to take his boots off and just to rest. So each game, he's got to look like he's injured, and he might finish the game a bit earlier. It's not an injury that's going to keep him out, unless he does a new injury. But yeah, he's just forever injured now. It looks like.
104.
That's why he's not on the list. Yep.
104. He could easily get that, but he could also stay around.
Mm-hmm.
Berry, 18. He's going to make money. So people looking to trade him out, I would hold him for a little bit longer. But that's my opinion. I've got Alex Davies. Neil, 51. Money. Hall, 142. I don't think he's going to get that. Zeeble, 150. Definitely won't get that. The Hornet, minus 11. Money. He did have a quiet game, but so did all the North Melbourne, so we'll let him go.
Started off really well and then faded in the second half, which we've seen from him the last couple of weeks. He's started off
and we
really
saw in
well.
North Melbourne.
Yeah, well, they didn't start off hot at all. They had like 3 goals kicked on in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then last but not least, the Cherry Bomb, minus 36. Money. Shane O'Mackey's dancing. That's all I've got for that abomination.
Awesome. So go to the next game, which was a cracker of a game. Did you watch it, Jack?
Who was it?
Carlton versus Hawthorn.
I did watch the second half, actually.
It was a great game to watch. It looked like Carlton had them at half time, and the Hawks just slowly crawled back and hit the lead with about 6 minutes to go or something. But the Blues got up by a point.
That seems to be the theme of this round, to be honest. Teams coming back from behind.
Yeah, everyone except for North Melbourne and West Coast.
Not to point at the obvious, but
so the Blues won by a point. The Hots, Sammy Walsh 124, Sam Doherty 122, Cripps 119, was on track for a massive score, but was a bit more quiet in the third and fourth quarters. Georgie Hewitt keeps pumping out tons, 111. Zach Williams 107 and Nick Newman 100. For the Hawks, CJ Giath 123, which is I think 100 more than what he got last week. Sicily 105 was massive in that second half. He was only on 37, I think, at halftime. And got 70 odd points, which thank God, because I got him in last week. He scored 84, and I wanted that ton, and I got it. Your boy Jack, who's playing really well, Dylan Moore 94. I think he's got an average around that high 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
The Colts.
He's exciting.
Yes. The Colts, Kennedy for the Blues, 83. Wheatery, 77. Adam Chera, 68. I think that's 2 weeks in a row that he's played where he's gone under 70. And Boyd, for his first game, scored 36. So as a rookie, it's not looking great. For the Hawks, Colds, Tommy Mitchell again, 86. Your boy for his first game, Jack Wilday, 73. Jaeger O'Meara, 56. Finn McGuinness, 27. And Jack Scrimshaw, who got injured, on 7.
I mean, Will Day 73 for a first game isn't bad with his price.
Yeah, I just wanted to chuck him in there because he does have the potential to go higher.
No.
As we move on to the break-evens, Charlie Curnow, negative 23. He looked great in that first half, but like Carlton, they faded in the second, so he's definitely going up. Corey Durden, break-even of 10, not playing this week due to COVID. So those who have Durden, he is not playing, but when he comes back next week, he's got a break-even of 10 and will make money. Paddy Cripps, 26. You'd think he'd get that in the first quarter, so he's going up. Georgie Hewitt.
It's a tough one for him.
Georgie Hewitt, 41, will definitely go up. Harry Mackay, 84, should stay around that. Kennedy, 87, you think should go up. I reckon there's a ton for him this week. Chera, 102, he could get that, but so far this season, I think he's only hit that once. So keep an eye on that. Sam Doherty, 107, should probably get that, you'd think. Weetreen, 123, I don't think he gets that. And Walsh, 163, doesn't get that either. Just one thing before I go on to Hawthorn with Chera. Everyone was worried about George Hewitt and his scoring when they all played. It looks like it's affecting Chera more than Hewitt, which I said it would, because
I said that in the team reviews, watch out for Chera.
Yep. And what I said did happen, which was Hewitt basically played mostly midfield, same with Cripps, and Chera and Walsh were on that wing. They were just rotating in, and because Walsh has an amazing tank, he just finds the ball where Chera finds it a bit tougher. So that went Chera, still looking great. As we move on to Hawthorn's break evens, Connor McDonald, negative 14, will make money. Josh Ward at 9. Hopefully he goes big soon. For those that have him, I traded him because what I've seen hasn't been great, but it's only been because he can't kick. If he fixes his disposal efficiency, his 50s go up to 80s, which is what we're looking for. So hopefully he can do that. Finn McGuinness, 30, might struggle to get that, but definitely could. Dylan Moore, 60, you think would get that just on form. Jack Gunston, 65, you think could get that. Sicily, 84, you think would get that and go up. Giath, 119, can get that. Will he? We don't know. Wingard, 163, I'll just put him in there. I don't think he's super relevant, but some people might have gone for him for a cheeky pod. And Tom Mitchell, 176, could get that, probably won't on form. As Jack, you can take us over to St Kilda versus the Tigers.
So the Saints won by 33 points, like we saw all week. They were getting destroyed, and then out of nowhere, come back. Well, I mean, I know exactly why, but
the Saints came marching in.
Yeah, I know exactly why it happened, but I don't want to complain or anything like that. So, Hot, Crouch 131, Steele 121, Jack Sinclair 116, who looks like he's playing very well at the moment, going through the midfield. Jade Gresham 102, people who started him, that's what they've been looking for. His second ton, but this one he really deserved. He played very well throughout the whole game. And then Max King 100 only got it because he had Dan Rioli on him in the last quarter. For Richmond, Nathan Broad 130. He's averaging 105 at the moment.
Yes.
His role is amazing and he's playing exceptional. He's someone to look into getting for a pod choice. He's mid to high 400k at the moment, and he's scoring better than most promo defenders.
The only thing is with Grimes out, could that affect his score?
I can see Ben Miller coming. To be honest.
Okay.
Jaden Short 110. Like I said earlier, Ridley got him this week, but he's just doing Jaden Short things, and he's doing a lot more than what I thought he would. So I'm not complaining. Dan Rioli 107. I really wish I started with him. I wish I didn't back away last minute. He has been great. Thompson Dow 100.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this is his money round coming up, and he's had scores of 90 and 100. So if you want a downgrade option in the forward line, he's around 190k, I think.
He's been playing midfield though.
Yes.
I think Prestia is like a 50-50 for this week.
Prestia is playing, from what I know, he's in.
Yeah. So if he keeps his spot, unless Prestia gets injured again, which could happen, he might not get the role. So just be wary of that.
And the last hot, I've put it in brackets, highest score ever. That might be an over-exaggeration, but Jason Castagna scored 92 out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Castagna.
Going in colds, Rowan Marshall 58. He let me down in draft, I should say. Jack Higgins concussion, missing a week.
Not good.
Scored in the 30s as well. Anyway, he was on fire before Ralph Smith got him good.
Yeah, that was like 30 at like quarter time.
Yeah. Dylan Grimes hamstring injury. The injury list said to be confirmed, but Richmond said it is a medium injury, so I'm guessing that's around the 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. Hugo Ralphsmith 57. People who got him would have wanted a bit higher, and I thought he personally played better than that. Shy Bolton 71 and Cochin 73.
Yep.
Getting into the break-evens, Rioli 5. Hugo -3, which is still good. He's still going to make money. Just hope he can bounce back this week with a big score. Jaden Short 81. He will get that. Gibcus 8. He's going to get that.
Slow burn.
The man on... Hey?
He's going to be a slow burn. Gibcus.
Yeah.
Just hopefully he
the man I was just...
out of 90.
The man I was just talking about, Nathan Broad's got a 26 break even. He's going to go up.
Yep.
Your boy Jack Hayes -14.
Yep.
Jack Steele 151. Look, he can get it, but I'm doubting it.
Yep.
He did score 121, so he's going up, but from that to 151, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Jade Gresham 46. He's still going to make money. He'll get that quite comfortably, I reckon. And last but not least, Rowan Marshall 175. Look to get him for around 300k at the moment.
Yep.
That's all I've got for Richmond Saint.
Yeah, so just a few things on those teams. Number one, Dusty update. They've come out and said it's not if he comes back, it's when. So that's a good sign. And also St Kilda. I said it in pre-season, and I put a tweet out. I think it was yesterday or the day before saying it, but Paddy Ryder needs to just let Marshall grow as a number one ruck, and Hayes needs to develop. So with Ryder in the team, we've seen Hayes and Marshall get lower scores, which we knew was going to happen. But Paddy Ryder took like a 30 or a 40 Supercoach points, which
yeah, it was pretty shocking.
Yeah, so hopefully, as good of a player he has been, I think Paddy needs to do the right thing by the team, because he really didn't help. But anyway, we'll move over
He
to.
could go to another team, but St Kilda.
Yeah.
I think it's time for him to move on if St Kilda want to push up for those finals.
Yeah, I agree. Or just develop these guys. Like Marshall's only played a few years, and this is Hayes' first year in the AFL. So, all right, we'll move over to the last game, which was West Coast versus Fremantle. Freo won by 55 points. A few things to note in this game: Andy Brayshaw was tagged for the first half, was on nothing, and then West Coast dropped that at halftime, and then he went nuts and just scraped over 100. So hot for Freo, not for Freo, hot for the Eagles. Shannon Hearn, 156. Him and McGovern were intercepting everything, so they scored pretty high. And
He's
McGovern
back.
No, he's not back. They just played Freo, who was just kick like Hearn and McGovern were just playing kick the kick with the Freo players. That's really all it was. So Hearn 156, McGovern 128, Nick Nat 119, Witherden 106, and Gaff 103. For Freo, Akers 105, Lockie Schultz, who won the medal, 105, and Heath Chapman got 101. Frederick 100, and Brennan Cox 99. The Colts, Luke Foley 46, a little bit less than what we were seeing from him. Connor West 37, someone who I was big on in the preseason because everyone was injured, but not a great game for him. Jermaine Jones 34, who's been scoring well but put out a stinker, and Liam Ryan only scored 16. He could have easily had a negative game. He was just free kicks everywhere, just had an absolute stinker. For Freo, Luke Ryan 74. Just the absolute roller coaster. Small score, big score, small score. So for those that have him, there's a big score coming this week. Darcy Tucker got absolutely destroyed. I haven't seen the incident, but apparently he was out cold and it did not look good.
I just heard stretcher.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but what I'm hearing is it was like they thought he could have died. He scored 68, and Hayden Young scored 56. As we move over to the break-evens for Freo, Will Brodie, -23, will go up, looking like a nice little cash cow. O'Driscoll 6, some low scores, so might be a slow burn. Lloyd Meek, who's the number one ruck, scored 7, but it looks like Darcy is back this week. Heath Chapman 26 will go up. Jordan Clark 60 should go up. Darcy Tucker, who's not played obviously because of concussion, but he's got to break even at 63. Hayden Young 75, you think would bounce back and go up. Brayshaw 78. He should get that. I don't think he's going to get tagged this week. Luke Ryan 85 should go up. I've got 5 here for some reason, even though he's not playing, so I'm not going to worry about that. And Sarong, our boy, break even at 115. Didn't play last week, and it doesn't look like he's playing this week either. So it's not good. For the Eagles, Hugh Dixon, -42 will go up. Someone I'm interested on for the break-evens team, Jack, and that's Willie Rioli, -40 break-even. 250 something K, so around that same price as a McGovern. Your boy Paddy Nation, -21. Brody Hoff, -18, should go up. Foley 52. You'd think he'd hopefully bounce back and get that, but he might stay around his price. Shannon Hearn 59 should go up. Jeremy McGovern 60 should go up. Gaff 88 you'd think would go up, but definitely stay around his price. Liam Ryan 99 has the potential to get that. Just depends which Liam Ryan shows up. Within 110, again, has the potential to do that, but I don't think he gets it this week. And Nick Nat, 190, I don't think he gets that personally. And that's all the games for last round. All right, so just before I sign off, I do want to say one thing, and that is a lot of people have been chasing like last round scores. So what that means is this week Angus Brayshaw got 176, was it, Jack?
Yeah.
So obviously he's not going to do that again this week. He might turn up.
He could
again,
turn up, but he won't go that
might,
big.
But don't go after him because of one score. We want consistency with the players we're looking to bring in. People have been making money, people have been losing money. So now it's when it gets tricky, when to trade out a person to get someone who is a consistent scorer, who has proven that they can score, like Lockie Neal, right? If you want to bring in a Lockie Neal this week, I'd prefer that over Brayshaw, just because Lockie Neal's done it consistently and he's looking good. Brayshaw's done it for half a season, right? He doesn't have the numbers on the board.
And this is where I say, do what you want. If you want to do it. That means I jump up. I'm the antagonist.
Yeah, so if just back your players in. Okay, obviously there's some players, they might get injured, or they're on a massive slump, like Chris. Even Chris, I'd probably still hold him for now.
Will Power's a good one. Will Power's a good one.
But I don't think now is the time to go after Rowell or Cripps. Okay. Even the cheaper guys like Cherry, Cornelio, and Brody, that ship has sailed. You can't. It's not logic to get him in now.
Cornelio could be an F6, so that's probably a bit harsh to chuck his name in. No, other two, yes.
Well, the point is, right, you've already missed him at his cheapest, and that's what we try and do, right? We try and get a rookie at their highest to get a primo at their lowest. That's what we try to do. That's how it works. He's already gone up 80 odd K, right? So he's now at 333K or something. You're not going to bring him in now, right? You're going to get him at the buy because he's given you 12 weeks of consistent scoring. And at that point, it's okay. He's definitely a top 6 to top 8 forward. All right, I'm going to pay that extra money for him now. Don't do it now. It's just a waste of a trade, right? For a few extra points for a few rounds. Yeah. So just be patient. Yes, we have 35 trades, but that doesn't mean you can just waste them. All right. It's a long game. Back in your players, give them more game time. Like Lockie Whitfield, he scored 110 this week. All right, back in.
He's scoring 50.
Do not waste your trades. What do you think, Jack?
No, I agree. I just had to bring some humor in. That's why I said, do what you want. It gets me to jump up.
I mean, yeah, look, I'd like everyone to stuff up so I can win the 50K. But for those who are new to the game or trying to learn the game a bit
Yeah.
more, what we're trying to do is get our rookies at the highest and sell them for the primos at their lowest. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing the last round's points because I bet you Angus Brayshaw won't get over 90 this week.
I reckon he might get a 94, but you know what I mean? It's not what everyone's going to go, oh, I brought him in for 176. What's this?
Yeah, so what people will do, they'll be like, oh, I had Berry, he only scored 83. I'm going to get Angus Brayshaw because he's hot right now. No. You'll
keep Berry. Berry's going to make cash.
Yeah, you're losing cash gen. You're losing your spare money for what, an extra maybe 10 points this week? Like, there's no point to it. That's what I'm trying to say, you know? So,
I mean, Berry could go. He's shown that he can turn up. He just hasn't put in 4 quarters yet.
Yeah, and that's because he hasn't played pure midfield for like 2 years. So he's just working that tank back up. So, do you have anything else to say, Jack, before I sign off? Or
nah.
No, awesome. So that'll do us for tonight's podcast. Was there anyone
did you want to mention 100 followers on Twitter, or have you already done that?
Oh my God, Jack. Yes, I almost forgot 2 weeks in a row. So last week I was supposed to say, but I totally forgot. We reached 100 followers on Twitter last week, which to most people 100, it doesn't sound like much, but to us, it is massive.
I'm quitting my job, full-time podcaster. Yeah.
So we just want to thank everyone for following and for interacting. Let your friends know, you know, we're here to help everyone. Give us a share if it's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, whatever, or just even on Twitter. We're here to help. All right. And the more people we can help, the better for us, you know. So yeah, thank you to everyone for that. And we just want to climb. Yeah, we're looking for 200 now. We just want to keep growing slowly. We don't really have a goal we're looking at right now. But at end of season, let's see how high we can get it. So thank you, Jack, for reminding me. So yeah, as I said, that'll do for tonight's podcast. With the Breakevens, if there's anyone that we have missed or anyone you want to know, let us know in the YouTube comments or on Twitter and we can get that up. All right. We can send you guys pictures or websites, whatever you want. Let us know. We can do it. Okay. So as I just said, thank you all for your ongoing support and thanks for listening on Apple Podcasts and watching on YouTube. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at Breakevens Pod and on YouTube, the Breakevens. So good luck to everyone for round 4. And on that note, it's bye for now.
Catch ya.